Hello and welcome to the Kayden Show, today's best country mix. Joining us here today is Gary Mears and Clive Carter from the Bohemian Rogue Band. Gary and Clive, how are we doing today?
Ah, Jay Kayden, how are you?
Going wonderful, thanks.
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, awesome.
We're getting over cyclone weather in Queensland, but there's a beautiful day out there.
That's awesome. Great to hear. So let's get started by getting to know a little bit about the duo and tell us how you guys got started in music. Why don't we start out with Gary and hear his story?
Well, both Clive and I have been musos in bands for many, many years, and playing from rock and roll to country and folk music. And so the band actually started with Clive. So I'm going to throw to him how we
Perfect.
actually got together.
Yeah, because
Awesome.
the trouble here is, of course, we got two long stories each. We'd be here forever if we talked about our music history. But we'll stick to Bohemian Rogue. Bohemian Rogue started in 2015 as a full band, and in 2018 Gary joined. But we had a bit of a change of personnel, as you always do in bands, and we basically became a duo. And then so that was 2018. So Gary and I have actually been playing now for that's 7 years,
7 years,
if I can
yeah.
count correctly. And that's recording or songwriting, recording, and performing, obviously. And on the odd occasion, we've got extra guest musicians, whether it be a drummers, bass players, lead guitarists, just to add to our sound and for a bigger venue.
That's absolutely incredible. Now you guys have a brand new single out, and that's called Tide. Tell us more about that single.
Well, so our music is we also, apart from being country, we sort of call it where country music meets the coast, because we're coastal people here. And the song Tide itself sort of represents a little bit of where we live, but also a day in the life. It kind of is a love song, actually. It's sort of like if people take the time to listen to it, but it sort of reflects our coastal lifestyle as well, with Tide being obviously, um,
Tide coming in and out, things come and go in life. Just a bit of a love song where things come ebb and flow. So we mix the two together.
That is awesome. Now, if you guys had the opportunity to collaborate with any artist, whether they're with us today or not, who would you choose and why would you choose them?
well, I'm going to let Gary answer that one.
Well, I guess what we have done in the past is reached out to other musos, and a lot of them are friends and connections. So recently we had Pixie Jenkins, who was an Australian award-winning fiddle player, perform on one of our songs, The Outback Man. And he added just a complete unique dimension to our song, great fiddle player. We also had Laurie Minson, who's one of a Tamworth recording artist and wonderful representative of our industry, came in and played harmonica on one of our songs. So what we've done is really shared around the experience with great musos that we can bring in.
Kayden really wants to know who you want to.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, answer that question. Come on.
Eric Clapton.
Oh, there you go. Well done.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I've got to play that one.
Can you help that request out for us?
I sure can try. I mean, I can try that for sure.
Come on, Kayden.
Where do you guys see yourself in the duo and the band and your whole music career? Where do you guys see yourself in the next couple years? Where do you want to be?
Well, I guess we've been focusing on the songwriting and the recording and the performing. I think there's always a new challenge in music. There's different things that pop up that you would like to try and do. And because most of the time we're a duo, it's always a good challenge when we do have a band situation pop up for us to play. So they're good. Playing like music festivals, always recording. Recording is always a great achievement, because that's you're locking in something that's there forever. Which is obviously songs like Tide, which we spoke about before. So Tide has probably been our most successful song so far already. It's caught a lot of people's ear, and so I think that'd be fair.
Yeah, one of the exciting things about recording, releasing music, and with some releasing with Blue Shamrock has been the distribution. So we're getting reports where radio stations all around Australia and now around the world we get their airplay, and we think, wow, we're getting heard in Germany, where Philadelphia has been a place where there's been a lot of play of our songs. So certain stations and then certain towns take up the music, and you think, well, we didn't expect that our music would be spreading so far around the world. Italy's picked up, so all of a sudden we're getting plays in London. So those sort of things inspire you to continue to be creative and to do something different and to think your audience is now global. It's not just playing the local pubs.
So if people want to learn more about you guys, where can they find you?
Probably most of social medias, if you go to your Facebooks with Bohemian Rogue, if you go to our website, which is bohemianroguemusic.com, that's always a good place. Instagram, normally if you search Bohemian Rogue, I would have thought you would find more about us. Obviously on Spotify and those sort of platforms, you can hear all the songs we've released and recorded.
So, Kayden, if you're really keen to answer that question for you, this weekend,
Careful.
this weekend we're playing on the Sunshine Coast at the Sunshine Coast Blues and Roots Festival Country Takeover. So that's as close as you can get if you're really keen this weekend.
That is awesome. Definitely will be cheering you guys on over here in the States.
That's you got time to fly, Kayden. I'll organise a free ticket for you.
Oh, okay.
Not
Well,
the
I get
flight.
paid.
I mean a free ticket entry. Cool.
Well, I mean, wouldn't be able to do it that quickly, but appreciate it. Thank you so much. Is there anything that I forgot to mention that you would like to mention before we get off here today?
Well, I'd like to say thank you to yourself for having us on your show. We'd like to do a big shout out to Blue Shamrock Music. They've been a great supporter of our music for the last 2 years. Anyone else go?
I look, there's lots of people to thank, and I think one of the good things is the audience as well that come along and support us at our shows and downloading the tracks. I just wanted to also just mention that listening to Bohemian Rogue is not like listening to a mono track. We vary our music a lot. So Clive's an augmenting guitarist. I play guitar and mandolin, in fact, a double neck on the same instrument. So we're swapping between tones, a bit of banjo thrown in. So there's a mix of music and the styles mix from almost a jazzy, country, bluesy, rocky, but there's a solid bass to it, but there's a real mix to our music.
Awesome. Gary and Clive from Bohemian Rogue, thank you so much for taking the time to come on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Definitely appreciate your time and support and hope to have you on the show again real soon.
Great. Thank you, Kayden.
Thank you.